So we are several hours away from the NBA 2024 draft, where my Atlanta Hawks has the number one pick. And we still don't know what they're going to do. Nobody knows what the Hawks are going to do. But let me say this. They better bring it. Because the New York Knicks just added Mikal Bridges to their roster. The East better tighten up. Come on in here, let's talk about it. What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And while you in here, hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Her Takes uploads a new video. All right, let's get it. There's three top players that the Hawks will likely pick. One of those three. Providing we don't trade down, trade our pick and go down in the draft. Not sure what's going on. We don't know. We're clueless. Even Woj don't know what they're going to do. I've already given my feelings on Sarr. I did a whole video on Sarr back when we first got the number one pick. And Sarr and his camp, they didn't work out for Atlanta. Landry Fields made his feelings clear on how he felt about it. So I would actually be surprised if we drafted Sarr after that. I hope we don't, because if somebody doesn't want to be here, don't bring them here. That's just how I feel. I believe that if we drafted him, that he and his team would come and whatever. My fear about my Hawks, honestly, and I've toyed with this ever since we got the number one pick, them trading the pick away and getting some good key veteran stars, because that's really what I think Quinn Snyder needs. He's not good with player development, if you ask me. The organization, Quinn Snyder, whoever it is. AJ Griffin has rotted on our bench. I ranted about that all season. He needs to be on a team. I hope they include him in a package. He gets to a team where he can start getting some burn. Nate McMillan played him, and he played very well for us. But he hasn't played with Quinn. Very, very little, garbage minutes. So that kind of give me a little pause with us having the number one pick and actually picking a rookie, because what are you going to do in terms of player development? If they can't come in like a Trae Young, just come in balling. And I think that's why I really, really lean more towards Riza Shea, because he's a phenomenal catch and shoot player. A piece that would help us in terms of scoring and, go right along with Trae with catching and shoot. Can he create his own shot? It seems like he's good downhill. Playmaking, he probably needs a little work with that, his court vision. So I think plug and play Riza Shea because of the catch and shoot. He's going to be wide open. Because with Trae handling that ball, he's going to be open. People are going to leave him open. Catch and shoot, that's going to help us. In terms of long-term out of these three, I'm going to go with Klingon. I think his ceiling is higher because he just has so much more to offer. His pick and roll, his dribble handoff. He can shoot the ball a little better than what Sarr can. Which means that he will get better, which means that, to me, his ceiling is going to be higher. 25% from three, I want to say, last season. Not big, but I think he'll improve on that. And for him to be a big shooting that, it's a lot better than Clint Capella. As far as Alex Sarr is concerned, both of them defense. That's a plus for both of them in terms of Sarr and Klingon defense, right? Sarr needs more work on his shooting. He needs more work on his pick and roll and all that. Lob, because Trae is going to be lobbing them up. However, Trae will make these bigs better. Trae will make Riza Sarr better. Trae is my pick in terms of Murray and Trae, who we should keep. I think we should keep Trae. I think Trae's ceiling is much, much higher. I think Trae's desire, his motor, he has that dog in him. We saw how he led us to the Eastern Conference Finals that year. He wasn't scared. Out of those three, I'm going to put Rizzo as my number one, mainly because of the plug and play. He's just going to catch and shoot, help us this season, and he'll get better defensively, just like Trey worked on his defense last season. So we'll see what's going to happen. Who knows? Don't know what's down the pike. I just want us to make the right decision, get the right pieces in here. I hate we didn't get Mikal Bridges. He's one of the ones I did a video on toward the end of last season when before the trade deadline. He's one of the pieces that I wish we could have gotten. Since the Knicks got him, hopefully, maybe, possibly, we can get Anunoby. He's another one I wish we could get. Brandon Ingram. Paul George, all these names that's out there that's available, looking to move around. I just hope that Atlanta can finally get a squad that can lead us to the promised land or close to it. I just wish. It all depends on what our front office will do. What do we trust that our front office will make happen? We shall see. But let's talk about it for a minute. This is our 2023-24 roster that we had. Who are we going to move around? Like I said, we got to trust our front office to make the right decision. I just feel like if we keep the pick and we move pieces around to get what we need to go with the pick, Trey or Murray, right? Who is that going to be? What's that going to bring back? Who do we need to send out? Now, in my opinion, who I don't want touched for sure is going to be JJ, Bogey, OO, and of course Trey. I don't want them touched. Bufkin, I would like for us to keep Bufkin. And I don't even know if Bufkin is trade eligible. But I know Sadiq Bey, he's out. He's not going to be back eligible to play because he had the surgery. It's probably going to be the middle of next season. So who's going to pick him up? And whoever does, because he's a free agent, the Hawks have the right to match that. And if they do or don't, sign and trade him if they do. If they don't, then, he can shoot. He can, continue to put up shots for us. He's a phenomenal catch and shooter. So I wouldn't be 100% disappointed if we kept him. But I want to make sure that he's like 7 and 8 man off the bench, somewhere up in there. Hunter is somebody that I would love for us to keep. Develop him and Bogey off the bench with our second unit. Bufkin, I think that would be a great combination. Mo Gay, I saw some good flashes of him toward the end of last season. That would be really, really good. He's not on here, but I ended up falling in love with Vit Krejci. I would like to see him back. Don't know where he'll end up. Trent Forrest, he had some flashes, but he also made me mad a lot. Especially toward the end. And again, AJ Griffin, I want to see him traded just because I want to see him utilized to the potential that I think he has in him. So the rest of them really don't matter. Seth Lundy, didn't get to see him play a whole lot. I think he probably has a little potential. We'll see. DeJounte Murray, I would like to see him with the Lakers. I really, really would. I think he would benefit with Bron and AD. Would love to see him with the Lakers, but we shall see what's going to happen. We don't know. Again, we depending on the front office of the Atlanta Hawks. Hey, they're my guys, but they over the years they've made some bonehead decisions, but we're gonna see what's gonna come of it. Bruno Fernando, I heard some trade talks of him being included in some packages anyway. He stepped up when Capella got hurt. So he's gonna, I think he has a okay shot from, wherever he goes. He's gonna be all right, whether if he stays here or not. So we shall see. But again, it all depends on the Atlanta Hawks front office. Now let's talk about this, because this is something that I'm sick and tired of seeing, and I've been wanting to do a video on it. I'm just going to exert it right here. Since we're talking about the draft anyway. He's in the draft. I'm sick and tired of everybody hating, right? Something I learned years ago. Favor ain't fair. I've had to live through it on both ends, good and bad. It's just something that happens in the world. If I was a multi-billionaire owner of a company, my children, my grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren, they all gonna benefit from that. I don't give a care who come, what credentials they have. My children gonna benefit from my legacy that I'm building, and they're gonna inherit the earth off of me, okay? And I'm sick and tired of people giving this young man flack for what favor has given him, right? He has rights to what his father, doors that his father can open up for him. And there's a lot of people mad in their feelings about it, right? And, not to mention his heart condition that he had. We don't know why he was only able to produce 5 points per game. We don't know what this young man's ceiling really is going to be. All we know is that he produced 5 points a game. He is 6'1", and yeah, he's where no other person with those type of stats have ever been. But guess what? His daddy from 2011 to 2018 went to 8 straight finals. So he have done things and laid the groundwork for this league that no one else has ever done. Oh, but he's only won 4 finals and he went to 10. He went to 8 straight. Okay. Ask Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum how hard it was to get that first chip. They got stopped by this man a couple of times. All right. Ask Paul George how hard it is to get a chip. Russell Westbrook, okay? Kawhi Leonard, he got his second one because he went to the Raptors and teamed up with that team, and Kevin Durant got hurt. The rest of the Warriors would have got that. We all know that. Ask Kevin Durant how hard it is to go back. This man went 8 times straight. He laid down his groundwork. So I don't understand why everybody is taking it so hard because of what he's able to do for his son. It sounds like hate to me. That's what it sounds like. So I don't have a problem with it. I don't understand why everybody else have a problem with it. This man did his due for his boys. That look like Bryce standing there behind him. He paved the way for his boys, and everybody else need to step back and stop hating. And let's see what Bronny does with it. Yo, even if he's even able to make this happen, we shouldn't hate. He laid down his blood, sweat, and tears for this league. He was the face of this league for how many? For 20 years. Since he got in the league, he's been the face of the league. So if he's able to make it happen, why are we all hating? I don't understand why people hating. Favor ain't fair. But we shall see. That's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, stay safe as we move on to the next one. Peace.